everyone, this is Dr. Deakins, Director of Academic Support Programs at Eastern Michigan University. Campus is closed, and so we're all working remotely, and I know we have some students who are going a little stir-crazy right about now. So I thought maybe I'd throw together a series of videos that could help you use some of that time up in a productive manner. So this short video is about paying for college, and I know for those of you that are already here, you're already living this experience, but I wanted this video to also be applicable for maybe juniors and seniors who are getting ready to go away to college for the first time. Here are some things that you need to know. First of all, how much does college really cost? Well, when you look at the total cost of college, we need to consider things like tuition, room and board, books and supplies, and any other hidden costs that might come up. So this just gives you a snapshot of current estimated costs for attending Eastern Michigan University. You can see there you've got tuition fees, room and board, books and supplies, which I want to point out you need to make sure that you budget for, because it's impossible to be successful in all of your classes if you don't have the tools you need to be successful. So coming to school and not planning to purchase your books is like buying a car without the ability to ever purchase gas. So you got to make sure that you budget for that. Then you've got other hidden fees that we talked about: transportation, personal spending money, registration fees, loan fees, that sort of thing. So you can see that the total ranges for anywhere from, if you're commuting, just under $19,000, to if you're living off campus and renting, to almost $26,438, or living on campus in the dorms, just under $26,000. More information about these costs can be found here at the financial aid website. Click on there, they have some great resources. Next, I thought it would be helpful to show you a snapshot of what a financial aid award package looks like. So you'll see at the top, this was not created by Eastern Michigan University. I actually pulled this off of the eVisors website because it did a nice job of breaking it down into simplified components. So at the top, you'll see that they've given an estimated cost of attendance. Clearly, the school they're looking at is much more expensive than Eastern. The next section they have is gift aid. So the thing that you need to understand about gift aid is that you don't have to repay it back. So that's the kind of aid that you want. So for students who are identified per their FAFSA as being financially needy, they're awarded federal Pell Grants. And right now the current award for Pell Grants, I want to say, is $55.50 per academic year. And if you're exceptionally needy, you may also be eligible for an SEOG grant, which will award you an additional $2,000 a year. Most institutions also offer college grants, or university grants. At Eastern, they're called Emerald Awards. So you'll see this scholarship, or this grant right here, is really what we call a university scholarship. It doesn't have to be repaid. So those are all the kinds of the good aid that you want to get, because that means you're not going to have to pay it back once you're finished with college. Down below, you see loan options. Your loan options for most students are offered federal subsidized Stafford loans and unsubsidized Stafford loans. Subsidized means that basically the interest is subsidized so that the interest does not accrue while you're enrolled full-time in college classes. Unsubsidized means that interest will accrue while you are in college. And then, of course, the federal Parent Plus loan, those are offered to help students offset the difference between what they owe and what their gift aid and their own personal financial loans will cover. It's important to note that even though you're offered all of these loans, you'll see that there's a big difference between the net price of $46,000 and your total amount of offered financial aid loans, which is $18,000. So in this situation, there's a significant shortfall that you're going to have to figure out how you're going to cover. I can tell you at Eastern, we don't offer this high Parent Plus loan. So even though our costs are significantly less, there's still going to be a shortfall here. This website here gives great information about the FAFSA and financial aid. So for more information, you can go there, or again, the emich.edu/FINAID also has some great information about financial aid. Some important things that you need to know about financial aid. First of all, Parent Plus loans are not automatically approved. So if it's part of your award letter, your parents still have to apply for the Plus loan. As I mentioned before, unsubsidized loans accrue interest while you're in college. Federal student loans go into repayment 6 months after you are no longer enrolled as a full-time student. And the really important thing that you have to understand about student loans is that they must be repaid back regardless of if you declare bankruptcy, whether you have a job. They don't go away unless you are in a special program. There are some programs for public service where after a certain number of years, which is usually 5 to 10 years of excellent repayment history, they will forgive the balance of your loans. More information on those in a different video. Again, student loans must be repaired regardless of whether or not you graduate from college. And something that you might see on your financial aid award letter would be work study offered. So what that means is actually the federal government subsidizes your working for the university or a community partner. So that work study award actually goes to the university, and then we pay you to work as a student employee, and then you in turn use that money to pay down your bill. So what I want to get you working on today is actually offsetting these expenses with scholarships. Scholarships are free money. They don't have to be repaid. So and thousands of dollars go unclaimed every year. So let's spend this time when we're all going stir crazy with nothing else to do, spend some time online and let's search for some scholarships. First thing that you want to do is start local and then broaden your scholarship search. So for students coming to Eastern Michigan, the first place you want to look is the emich.edu financial aid scholarships website. This is what our financial aid scholarship site looks like. And you can see that there's an actual scholarship database on our site. You can also search scholarships by the college where your major is housed. So if you are going into education, you would click here to look for scholarships specifically for education majors. If you're going into business, you would click on this link. Those scholarship applications are actually housed within the colleges where they reside, and so you get help searching for them and applying to them through the colleges themselves. We also have a lot of endowed scholarships, so you've got links to those here: the alumni scholarships, the Women's Association scholarships, and study abroad scholarships. We have a university scholarship application which is open to students, so that if you don't have an Emerald Award, you can apply. If you've been at Eastern for a semester and you've done really well, you can apply to receive that Emerald Award, and it's based on your academic merit. And then you can also come directly here to search the scholarships database. And then you would enter your class standing, which college your major is in. I will tell you that when you leave the search pretty broad, you're going to find more scholarships that you can actually apply to. So the more of these you fill out, the narrower your search will be, and the tougher it will be to find scholarships that you can then apply to. So this is the Eastern Michigan site. The next site I want to talk to you about are actual regional and state sites. So wherever you live, what you want to do is you want to Google your county and ask for, so for example, I Googled Wayne County, Michigan scholarships, and this site came up. So there are scholarships available through this foundation, and they give you specifics here, specific high schools. If you're going to any of these college students, talks about paper applications. There are multiple sites. If you Google Wayne County, Michigan college scholarships, you'll find several sites come up for this. The same is true for Washtenaw County, for Oakland County. So whatever county you live in, what you want to do is get in and Google it, see what pops up. The next place you want to look for scholarships is the state that you live in. So for Michigan, we go to www.michigan.gov/MI-student-aid. The Michigan Student Aid site has hundreds of scholarships in this database. So again, what you'll do is you'll look for your county, and then you can have them show you all results, and it'll run a search, and it'll pull up scholarships through the state of Michigan, through your municipalities that you may be eligible for. There are lots of neat scholarships through here too. Sometimes corporations, like Ford, GM, other large organizations offer scholarships that will be listed on this site. So this is a place that I think is largely overlooked. Fewer numbers of students actually apply for these. So I would take the time to dig through here and see what you can find that you think you fits your criteria. The last site that I want to make you aware of is one that we refer students to all the time. It's called fastweb.com. It's a great site. It's a huge database full of thousands and thousands of scholarships. The only downside to this site is that you actually have to register and create a profile, and in turn they're probably going to send you a lot of emails to which you'll want to unsubscribe. But on the upside, they will fit you with scholarships that are unique to your profile criteria. So I'll give you an example. My daughters were twins, and they found all kinds of twin scholarships on this site. There are scholarships that are merit-based, so based on your GPA, they'll send you lists and lists of scholarships that you could qualify for because of your GPA or your interests. Maybe you're going into mechanical engineering, or maybe you were a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout. They'll have links to scholarships related to that are created for students that fit that criteria. So it's a great website to check out. I definitely recommend, especially right now when you're cooped up at home, you may as well spend some time on the web looking for some free money. Next thing I want to point out is that you don't have to go it alone. If this all seems very daunting to you and overwhelming, and you feel like you need help, we're here to help you. So you can always go to our website, emich.edu/HSC, where we have success coaches and peer academic coaches who are trained to assist you with scholarship searches. Last thing I wanted to talk to you about is the big key to scholarships is making a goal for yourself of applying for a set number of scholarships per week or per month, and then keeping track. So you want to use a spreadsheet and chart. There's a good FastWeb tool on there to keep track of which scholarships you are applying to, when are the deadlines, if they require letters of recommendation or essays from you. So you want to put that into chart format and make sure you're hitting the deadlines and that you're following up accordingly. Lastly, make sure you never pay for a scholarship application. Though anytime you have to pay to apply for a scholarship, it's almost always a scam. So hope this short video helps you find some free money that helps you pay for college. It's a great way to spend this downtime since most of us are cooped up, and like I said, probably 3 days in, we're at our wits' end and looking for stuff to do. Have a great day.